A story that we've been following throughout the day here and actually in recent weeks on WCNC Plus. Our Walker Lawson is joining us right now from Enderly Park, where, Walker, we've been talking about this push back from the neighborhood against crime in the area, and there's been a lot of dialogue over this CMPD mobile surveillance unit that was placed in the park to try to keep things, I guess, under wraps when it comes to crime. That camera was removed. What are you hearing about the response from the community and what might come next for the park as far as keeping crime in order?
Yeah, well, we attended the Parks and Rec Commissioner meeting earlier today where they kind of reviewed and gave an update on the status of safety here. Now, since the camera has been removed, commissioners said that they have not seen an increase in crime. They've actually had activities out here and events that have brought people to the park and actually kept things quiet. And that's really what they advise people that were running this park out here to do, is to try to have more events, because when you have more people out here that are walking around from the community, it might deter people from coming that aren't supposed to be here or from doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Now, again, that camera was removed, and they said crime and activity that's been out here that was disturbing the community has remained down. Now, we are meeting one of the people that's behind the groups here that advocates for this park. We'll be meeting with him in about 20 minutes to speak about his thoughts and kind of what next steps are. But again, that camera that you mentioned was placed out here. It's kind of one that moves around from park to park. They only have one in the Mecklenburg County Parks and Rec that they basically rent out for the year. And they said that in their security camera update that they also gave today in their meeting, that they are looking to get at least 4 more, so that would have 5 in total. That would allow them to have cameras at different parks as needed to move them around.
Yeah, I mean, this is really interesting. I'm trying to picture, I guess the camera is probably like some of that we might see that they would put maybe in a shopping center in a parking lot. For example, I know this is kind of harkening back way back, but during like Black Friday, sometimes they'd put these like big cameras on stands with a blue flashing light, and it's almost like a visible deterrent to crime, so folks in the area see, hey, things are being recorded in this area. From my understanding, when we were having this discussion a little while back, it sounded like there was always this intention to move the camera around. Do we know where the camera is moving next?
We currently do not know where that camera is. It was originally, some commissioners had asked if it was originally purchased for Uptown, and they had responded and said that it was just purchased to be a moving camera and that they were going to be placing it at parks where they were having issues. And once they noticed that things had quieted down or that it had accomplished its goal, it would then be moved to another location, but they did not mention today where it currently sits at.
So as far as the community response, do we feel like at this point, based on the dialogue that there was today with community leaders and folks who are in the community, that the community is feeling okay with how things are going at this point, or do we feel like the community is still kind of concerned that the camera is gone?
Yeah, so far today we've only heard from commissioners. We'll hear from community members in just a little bit, one that's coming to meet us here around 2:20, but they said that thankfully they haven't seen any issues, so they are pleased with the progress that they have seen here at this park. Again, they had events out here that they said was successful. They had a night out that even while it was raining out here, there was still a large community presence. So they said that they feel like they've seen improvement, and they are looking for more events to take place in this park as well in the coming weeks.
All right. Walker, we know you've got some reporting coming up for us on our newscast this evening. When can we see you, and I guess what sort of elements will you be bringing to our viewers?
Yeah, we'll be live out here at 5 and 6. Again, we'll hear from people that are overseeing this park and kind of the efforts that they want to see. You'll be hearing from them, and of course from the meeting today where they discussed the efforts to try to deter crime out here.
All right. Walker Lawson reporting for us live right now in Enderly Park. We appreciate you joining us here on Live Impact News this afternoon.